Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series here at Texas. Now, this is a very special race. This is race number 4 of the season. And with Texas being one of the longer races on the calendar, it's going to bring about a lot of potential for moves in the points. We have a big swing in points here. So UK is currently our points leader, and actually, as we go through the lineup here, looking at where everyone is lining up, UK is going to be starting all the way in P10. The reason I say that is because I'm currently P8, but as soon as I back on out, everyone behind me is just going to basically move on up. So with that, we have eight people, or sorry, I'm P8, so everyone behind that is going to move on up. So he's P10, and meanwhile, our other driver that is making a re-entrance is actually, I just totally went past him. There he is, the four car of RS Meatwagon. He is our Auto Club winner, and because of that, he is currently locked in. Now, he can afford to miss one more race, but at where he is on points, he's currently 19th in that standings. So, being 19th, he is in danger of not getting playoff points. So, that P1 in the pole position, I should say, is going to be a major host to maybe getting a stage win or two. So, because of that, we have a lot of potential moves that can be made here. Everyone else behind, we have P2 going to the hands of Hunty. Hunty is looking for his first win in the board. And because of that, I know we're really behind, so we are about to get going right now. If I could have some invites, please, that would be fantastic. Because I do not have any, so I cannot leave without that. But yeah, I do need a couple of invites. That would be absolutely fantastic to have. Joining me up here in the booth is actually going to be BS14 Cars. Now, he is joining extremely late. He just got home, and that is actually one of the reasons why we are waiting. But we are about to go right now, so BS, Texas is one of those tracks that may catch out a lot of people, especially going on a pit road. As we look through the field, you are going to be lining up in P16 of 16. Not a great start, but you are currently P10 in the standings, only 9 points out of that final cutoff spot. What are your expectations going into this race?
To not die coming off turn 4, and that's basically it.
Well, that would do it. I mean, of course, but I mean, besides that, Texas is going to play host to a lot of potential moves. That's the biggest storyline here going into this in terms of the point standings. We have a couple people that are
You
well
can join.
below. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, what are your expectations for this race? I'm looking like Hunty, that is all the way down in P26 in the standings. Now, you know, I know, the audience knows that Hunty is one of those drivers that will get a win at some point, but much like him and Xander, he is without playoff points, and currently UK, who is in the regular season championship, like um, regular season championship a winner, he will get 15 points just by finishing where that is. That could carry you through the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff points are pretty important if you're one of those drivers fighting for a championship run here, and Bub Power is sitting in a really good spot.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, with 16 drivers, there's a lot of potential moves. The last time we were here, though, we were in season 0 without stages. Now here we are with stages, and the first stage, if I recall correctly, is about 56, 57 laps. Am I correct in saying that?
It's 52.
Ah, well, never mind then. I was off by 5 laps. But no matter how we slice it, the biggest thing that we have in changes here is the fuel rule. This was a brand new rule that came into effect literally this past Saturday, saying that fuel will be a premium, meaning If we restart with 5 or more laps in the 2 can limit, so like in this particular instance, we are at Texas. 2 cans, it gives you 31 laps. If we restart with 36 or more laps to go, you cannot save fuel in order to make it in no further stops. You will have to stop at some point. Now, if a caution comes out in between that, then that goes thrown out the window. But of course, the biggest thing that we will have to watch is people creating those cautions in order to kind of avoid that. So, of course, that's kind of what we have to look on out here. But yeah, that is exactly why that is into effect, because of an incident, I will say, at Pocono. But BS here, it looks like everyone has pretty much went single file. That is a big, well, I guess a big indicator on how to expect from the rest of the field here. Everyone's not really looking to race. Everyone's just like kind of trying to settle on in here in order to get going.
It looks like it. I also tested the fuel run here, and you actually do lose about 2 laps of fuel here, so you only can go like 29 and a quarter or up to 29 and 2/3 without sputtering.
Well, that is, of course, even. I guess I shouldn't even compare these two tracks, but akin to Dover, I will say. Dover is one of those tracks that you just lose about 4 laps of fuel for like no reason. By just running it normally. And, well, there is a reason, I should say. It's because we are literally on and off throttle. Like, so little. Like, you burp it, as I literally burp myself. Kind of like that. Exactly. Going into turn 1, and even less going into turn 3. You are off throttle very, very little throughout this entire 1.5-mile circuit.
Yeah, and I think that's the case for pretty much most of them, so that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Well, one thing I'm definitely noticing is that we have a top 8, little bit of a spread out right here, led by the 4 and caboosed by the 21 of Cade. Now, I should mention that the 21 of Cade is holding the last spot going into the playoffs, as the 88 kind of hits the 1 of Tomboy going into the exit of 2. Now, Texas is also one of those tracks that is very draft dependent. As long as you can stay in a line, you should be all right. But the more you battle, the more time you lose. And you can actually see that that 1 in the 88 and everyone behind them is actually starting to lose touch with the 4, the 42, and the 3. Now, that is going to be premium for the 88 to make that pass on that 1, but they are remaining side by side, and that's actually bringing the 00, the 17, the 47, and the 23 all into play here. Now, these guys were in that little third pack, and as they're trying to kind of just go on through, that is a big indicator that, as we already lost Pied Piper, so he is a starting park for tonight. So what was 16 is now down to 15. That what was now 2 separate packs is now 1 big pack, with only 3 being out in front. So, and actually, UK Mopower Cat himself, the 1 of Monster, and me actually literally just came from a Martinsville race, and 250 laps at Martinsville was brutal on presets. It is very much a rhythm track, and I still, even after 250 laps, cannot find that rhythm. The 8 of Mopower Cat actually won that race with very handily, actually. So the reason I mention that is because this coming Saturday, I know we're talking about Tuesday in the Challenger, but this coming Saturday is actually Martinsville. So the 8, who is our points leader tonight, is looking to continue that win streak, currently of 3 right now, of winning Pocono, and then winning Phoenix here, and then winning Iowa this past Saturday. He's looking for 4 here at Texas tonight. Maybe even 5 if you can get it done. So BS, one thing I'm definitely noticing is as everyone is finding their rhythm. Turn two is brutal. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of people get loose coming out of four, but I'm seeing a lot of people get tight and then overcorrect a little bit off two, which is very bizarre if you ask me.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. I find turn four to be the more obvious strat, but turn two is like the turn where you don't really think of it as a problem, and then you just don't think about it until it actually happens. So
Yeah,
you're not really ready for it.
like let's take a lap with Story Square right here. So he is in the middle of this pack. The 88 of Tomboy is directly in front of him, and he is basically just riding right now. He's not really looking to pass. He's not looking to close the gap. I think he is to a certain degree with 17 of Packers in the front of. Oh my goodness! All of these cars. Is
Well,
that a
caution?
that
I
was
don't
a
know why,
caution?
but
Oh,
apparently.
a caution for that? Interesting. Huh.
Don't
Relax
worry, we'll get
cautions.
like a six-car pile up later, and there'll be no caution.
Yeah, well, that was a caution for that. Interesting. Um, well, we are have to stack it up here. BS, how many laps is it to go?
39 remaining so far, so it'll be exactly
It'll
36.
be 36. These guys cannot save. And now, that will be a huge thing for them to see who's actually paying attention to these fuel rules. It
Yeah,
will
man.
restart with 36 to go, meaning these guys cannot save and will have to stop again.
So, I didn't hit X, so that's kind of awkward.
Well, that's going to be rough for a lot of these guys here. But, yeah, that is going to shake up the running order here as we are now down to 15. Like I said, we lost Pied Piper, who I guess was a starting park tonight. Hey, you know what? To each their own. Getting points for running. So 15 cars remain. Everyone quickly finding the bottom. And as the 4 is trying to go on a round, the 42 is going to try to make it real easy. And just like that, the 3 is going to try to make it 2-for-1 special right there. But there is no speed on that high side, and he will have to find another way around. As the 23 of Story Square in the back of that pack gets all sorts of squirrely. But everyone holds it. Excellent car control from these guys. I still cannot believe that that was a caution for Packers getting loose and hitting the wall. Huh.
Cautions are wonky sometimes.
Yeah, they are. Cautions do be wonky sometimes. So with that, basically the biggest change in the top 3 now is actually the 21 of Cade. That is right here. Cade, like I said, is the final car in the playoff. Reminder, playoffs are 8 apiece. No, not 10, not 12, not 16, 8. Very competitive, meaning if you make the playoffs, you are one of the best that MRL has to offer. So, the 21 currently holding that spot right there is doing really well, honestly. So, if he can continue like that, he'll be okay. But as the entire pack is all together right now, apart from the 20 of BS, I'm sorry about that. You are the only outlier. The 1 of Monster brings a 47 on down. That will probably be our caution right there.
Yeah.
The 47, I'm not quite sure what happened right there, but the 47 just came right back up and he lost it all, and now that will even out the playing field. As when we cross the line, we will be well within the fuel range.
Yay. Well, that takes out the green flag pit stops for this stage.
At least this stage, yes. Of course, we have stage 2 and then obviously stage 3. All these stages are a one-stopper, no matter how we slice it. At least a one-stopper. Green flag, of course. So there is a lot that can be desired, but actually probably the one thing that benefited you the most right there is that you were actually losing a ton of time and you were able to get that pit stop.
Yeah, that helps. At least now I don't have to worry about it anymore, but
But
ooh, 29 exactly.
29 exactly. Well, I mean, you even said that that would be fine, honestly. So this should not be a problem for a lot of these racers here. But yeah, the that caution was very well timed. I'm not quite sure, but I did see the one and the 47 go on down. Now I don't know if there was some prior contact before that, but it was all out of sorts right there. But right now, the one deciding, you know what, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Even taking, I'm assuming 2 tires that he had to have paid in order to make it the rest of the way. So taking 2 tires right now, doing really well. He is up in P1, currently holding off our biggest three competitors all race. That is the 3 and the 42, but now being forced up to the top side. That is not optimal because, like I said, there is no speed on the top side. And should you get loose going off of 4, oh, little bobble right there. Hunty just trying to make it 3, but that hole closes real quick. Thinks better of it. Diving on down to turn 1, actually. Let's take a little bit of an onboard from Packers here as he is slicing and dicing through the field. Again, up into the wall, bring out our first caution. That was a nice rebound because as we are speaking, he is P8. Oh, and a 21! Oh, that was a lag surge right there. Yeah, he is lagging, and I'm sure that killed the 43 a little bit. So the 43 of Bassbuck, that is, I'm sure, going to be a lag. All right, so as we resume here, like I said, the cost of battling is at its peak right here. You can see that this entire field is now spread on out, apart from the top 3. So you have Xander leading, but a little bit of a gap between P3 and P4. P4 being Bass. As the 00, oh, that could have been bad right there. The 88 gaining Omega loose coming off of 4 and kicked the 00 into high gear, and they both hit the front stretch wall. So, oh my goodness me, that could have been bad. But they hold it. They hold it accountable, and they are continuing on. So, because of that, side by side here, UK kind of in the thick of it. He has not been able to get off of that top side, and that is one thing that he is trying to do right now as he threads the needle, goes past Story Square, and he's on the outside of Packers. We're on board with Jordan Judge, who has an eye full of it right now. And now Monster, who took 2 tires, is now still trying to just survive at this point. Jordan Judge, but the 42 of Hunty, it is now probably going to be a caution, honestly. No caution for that. Oh, UK, and it looks like, who else was that? The 47? UK being kicked all the way down pit lane. That is him entering turn 1 right there. At least he has a little bit of 2 wins that kind of add to his bucket. But B-Right in that 47 not having a fun time. I'm sure that will be a... I'm sure that will be a colorful conversation after this stage. But the race must go on. So, looking now on...
I think that incident started when Hunty got loose out of 4 and he chased up the track and ended up putting Brandon in the wall.
And that's just one of the things that, like, I highly doubt that was intentional. It's just Texas turn 4. Texas turn 4 bites a lot of people. I just see the 77 absolutely plow it. And he is spinning on the front stretch. The 77 absolutely sideways. And now he is back righted. Oh my goodness. How did he hold it right there? But yeah, that 77 not having a fun time on the coming out of turn 4. So, Because of that, everyone now finding themselves really separated right now. The 42, now P5, BS, you find yourself in P6, Packers P7, Story Square P8, P9 belongs to Jordan Jauja, and P10 is Monster with Tomboy right on his heels trying to get that position. Looking on board though with the leaders though, we have the number 4 and the number 3 as the 21 is starting to lose touch with these guys. You have a well, I should say a bit of a history between these two. Of course, Cup Season 0, Saturday Cup Season 0 was these two title contenders. One versus the other. Of course, the 3 of Cyber was the one that came out on top, becoming our Season 0 Cup champion. And now, as it stands right now, Cyber's in contention to win another title, as the 4 of Xander, as of right now, is not. So, we'll have to see how it's going to roll on out as we are continuing on, because what may happen in Saturday Cup is totally different than how Tuesday Challenger Cup can actually turn on out. So, as we are looking through the rest of the field, not really a whole lot of changes for position happening. Packer still P7. Jordan Jauja is actually now P8 instead of P9. Story Square is now hold that position. Then you also see the 00 of Loho absolutely get loose coming off of 4, and that will probably be a position for Keith should this continue, because Loho looking to be extremely loose, and Keith being the exact opposite and being extremely tight. Oh, as I say, a change for position is happening. Nice move by you right there. 42, I don't know, looks like may have went a little bit high and just decided to let you go. But who knows? But that's a P5 for you right there. How many laps to go in this stage?
It looked like he hit the apron, but I think it's come to 14 to go.
All right. Well, we'll have to see here. So 14 to go here. Obviously, like I said, these guys can make it on fuel. That's not a worry at all. But what is a worry is tires. Tires are at a premium here at Texas. It's one of those tracks that you may not really think is a tire track, but as we can see with the one on Monster, 2 tires does not work unless we're like extreme late stages of the run. So we will have to see exactly how this is going to turn on out for the rest of the race, because right now it's only stage 1. Like I said, I'm trying to just feel the car out, see exactly what needs to be changed, what works and what doesn't. Right now, currently, it is the Xander Cyber show, as they are both going at it. But it looks like Xander's running a little bit looser, and Cyber's right there. I think he's going to try to make the move. He has to make the move eventually if he wants to win the stage, so why not now? So, watching Cade, though, he is starting to lose touch with the 43 of Bassbuck. And speaking of Bassbuck, he is gapped himself from the 20 to 17 to 42 and the 24. All of these guys back here in this little second pack who are trying to draft their way forward. Not quite the gains and losses that you would think, but we'll have to see as the run goes on here. So 47 is making his way back through the field. You can see that he has caught the 00 yet again. That is Loho, of course, who again gets extremely loose off of 4, and that 47 is right behind. So he is trying to close his ground. That is P14 looking for P13. In fact, actually, a little bit farther ahead, looks like Monster did lose that spot to Tomboy, so he is now P11 as Keith is now hot on his heels, so that's going to be for P12. BS is, if you also could, I would love stage pictures. That would be fantastic. Oh, but as I see that, looks like the 88 Tomboy and the 77 all go through the grass, getting so loose off of 4. WRX Mike in chat right now, saying, can't wait till I make it to Cup. Hopefully, might need another year in trucks. Well, I'll tell you what actually is, you can actually join this Tuesday league for free. This is the Everyone Cup Series. The exclusive Cup Series is Saturday. So I don't know if you were aware of that, Mike, but there you go. But also in chat, we do also see Xander and Nathan. How are you gentlemen doing today? I'm sure Xander's rooting for himself, as any driver would. But we do also see the Nathan. Now, Nathan would be out on field, but certain circumstances last week led to a suspension. So he is not out on track, and because of that, he's going to lose valuable points. But he is showing his support for the stream by showing up as a viewer. So, one thing I noticed though, BS, and maybe you can enlighten me a little bit more. Looks like you guys have really closed on in on Bassbuck and now the 21 of Cade. What happened there? Was it just the 43 getting loose, or were you guys just kind of closing that gap?
I think they're running looser than we are. They have a short run set up, and we have a longer run set up.
Well, we're going to have to see here as Packers looks to make the move, and he is going to be down low, so that will be potential change for P5 right there. Packers, like I said, down in point standings, looking for a good run. 21 of Cade getting really loose and still lagging, so I'm sure the 43 is not having a fun time there, and he is going to be, smacking the wall going into turn 1. So I'm sure maybe give up the position for that, but well, I guess not. Never mind. He gets the position back from the 20. So back to the leaders now. It looks like it's still the Xander show with Cyber right behind, coming to, I'm assuming, 4 to go, 5 to go.
5 to go.
5 to go. But you will have to see if the move will be made. He has to make the move eventually. In order to get that stage win, but that's no crap, Prappa Patton. WRX Mike saying, you appreciate the info, but you'll stick with Mondays. You like to earn your ride. Well, hey, I like that that character right there. So earn what you have. I like that. So as we just kind of are closing in on 4 to go, or we are on 4 to go in this juncture. Oh, we saw that live, the 00 lagging on out of that race. We were on board with that, and oh, that's super unfortunate for the 00. So what was now 15 is now down to 14. Of course, with the 37 here, 3 to go, with Piper being the starting park. So what was 16, now down to 15, now 14. 14 cars remain on track for this 250-miler. UK, though, our point leader, not having the best of runs, of course, being involved in that incident. That was not a caution, but surprisingly, a one-car incident was, as you do, is now trying to make up some ground. Now, teammates battling right here, 2 to go. The 20 and the 24. The 24 has been just mired back in traffic, and has finally been able to kind of break free and try to get into the top 6. But we'll have to see how that's going to roll here, because going into the final lap, it's the 4 of RS Meatwagon versus the 3. We're going to have to see how this is going to roll. Cyber, what can he do going into the final lap of this stage? Xander, I'm sure, is going to have to block for it, but that draft is going to be so potent. And, yep, he's going to block low. Cyber, I would make the move, but the block still comes. So the 3 is going to try to get the cut back, go slow in, fast out. Maybe Xander overdrove it, but he doesn't. Coming off of 4, the 4 will get the stage 1 victory. Now coming through the line, the 21 of Cade will get P3, and 42 of Hunty, P4. Packers with a nice stage P5, BS P6, Jordan Jauja P7. Bass P8, Story Score P9, and Brandon actually coming back for a top 10 finish. So I still would appreciate picks, but I understand if that can't happen. So, like I said, 2 people out of this race right now. 14 remain for the final 2 laps of the stage. Again, I want to reiterate, stage 2 will be a one-stopper, so we'll have to see how this is going to roll here. This will bring the 8 back into it, who, unfortunately, like I said, got involved in that incident. Who will come out on top? BS, how's the car feel?
It was getting a little loose at the end of that last run. I decided to put some wedge in it and race to right front.
Put some Packard, put some wedge in it. Look at those tire marks through that quad oval right there. BS, we're going to be riding on board with you. Don't need to commentate, but we're just going to be riding on board with you.
Alright, well, you'll get to watch me ride to the back here as I'm stuck on the high side. Alright, Tom, chill please. Thank you.
Going into lap 3 of this stage 2. BS, this is actually directed at you. WRX Mike saying, who is talking low like that? He needs some water or something. No, that's just how BS talks. He just talks that low. But, yeah, that is our interest reporter and admin for MRL, BS14 Cars, Mike. So right now he is fighting to get into the playoffs as the Packers, again, early in this run, not having the greatest of luck, and goes from all the way from, I think, P6 all the way down to outside of this. Oh my goodness, down to P13. Still, the
Story square, Jesus.
what happened? Oh, what happened with him? I totally missed it.
He just went like, he was like on the backstretch and then he just like turned left. It looked like he got super loose for like halfway
Oh
down the
my
backstretch.
goodness! Hey, you know what? That's what keeps the heart rate up, man. You gotta keep feeling the exhilaration of not knowing who in front of you is gonna wreck at any given point. That is
Honestly,
living.
I would prefer if they would just not wreck. That would just be fantastic. As Cade is
Yeah, he
still
is
being
lagging.
very interesting up there.
Yeah, he is lagging. So like I said, I already gave him 1 lag warning. So right now, he is aware that he is lagging. At least I would hope so. But we will have to see as the 3 of Cyber made a move to the bottom of the 4 of Xander. Unfortunately, not working on out. On board with the 8 of UK Mopower Cat, trying to make his way forward again, but gets cut off by the 88 of Tomboy. Going into off of turn 4, going to be getting the run. The 88 smacking the wall. That's going to give the position to the 8. So there we go. Up to P6 comes our point leader. The 3 is going to try again. Go to the bottom of the 4. Let's actually go on board with the 47, who has a front row spot for this. The 42 is going to try to draft the 3 and get back to maybe gain a position by the 4 Xander, who's running the outside. What's going to happen here? Coming out of 4, the 3 is actually the one that's going to get loose, and the 4 remains stout. He's still there, though, but actually kind of burps the throttle in order to kind of get the draft and try again later. I don't know. Texas is one of those tracks that it's incredibly hard to make a pass, and even harder to make a clean pass. You have a lot of opportunities for you to get loose, you to get tight. It's like right there. We're right on board with the 47, coming off of 4. That is the danger zone of being side by side, because you don't know when the person on top of you will get loose, and now suddenly you're the one going through the infield grass.
Yeah, it's the games you play here at Texas, unfortunately, and that just kind of happens sometimes.
Well, yes, exactly. I would have to assume as the 42 of Hunty. I don't know if it was appearing it on the 47 screen, but he was lagging. Not enough to be a lag warning, but he was full on going forward and back and to and fro. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, Texas. I would classify it as being a driver's track, honestly. And what I mean by that, not on fresh tires, because anyone can drive Texas on fresh tires, but on worn tires, that's when it gets fun. That's when the talent comes on out. And I will fully admit, I am one of those that does not have talent on worn tires here at Texas. You have a lot of tightness. The 21. Oh my goodness, just plows. Oh, that was a lag right there. Oh my goodness. The 21 of Cade is going to be getting lag warning 2.
I don't know if it means anything, but he's ghosted on my screen right now.
So, yeah, unfortunately that came at the cost of the 24, who was in front of BSU, or what, P7 right now? P8?
I'm P8, yeah.
Yeah, the 24 was P8, and unfortunately now drops him down to P11. So, yeah, the 24 getting the raw dog of that deal right there. But, because of that, we have a there they are. We are waiting for the bots to make their appearance. Every single broadcast that we do, there's always the bots that come on in just doing nothing but emojis, and I was wondering when they were going to show up. It only took...
Yeah, we love all our fans equally.
Oh yeah, we love all of our fans equally. How many laps was it? Minutes? It was 38 minutes into the broadcast for them to show up, so there we go. So we had a excellent... just wondering when that happened, like I said. So it looks like the 21 acknowledges that he is lagging. He's trying to get out of the way. He's just trying to collect points, because like I said, he is going for the playoffs. Just one of those nights. Everyone knows that going into... a run, especially like one here today, like we call it the Liam lag. You know, it's better to run in the back and collect points as a 4 slip hits the wall right there, and he will lose contact with this front pack. As behind, everyone's kicking up a lot of dirt. It looks like a lot of people got loose. The 17 again not having the best of runs, trying to regain that lost momentum. Yeah, we love all of our fans equally, though, especially Loveface XYZ. The 43 of Bass looking omega loose right there, getting all out of sorts. UK having to do some evasive maneuvers as the 42 of Hunty trying to get that spot, and should, coming off a 2 right there, if he gets a little bit of draft, he will definitely be able to clear. But no, they're still side by side. The 43 of Bassbuck doing all he can in order to hold that position. And still, in 3 and 4, they're going to be side by side. That's just allowing the 3 to pull away. Oh my goodness me. There we go. The position has finally been done. And right now, I'm sure UK behind was just like, hey, come on, guys, let's get it sorted out here. We're losing time right now. So, with that, the 21 Arcade exiting pit road. Ooh, early stop, BS. Are we within the? Are we within the timer
That
going?
is, I think that's 2 laps too short for controller player.
Ooh. Well,
It's on
maybe
lap 18. It's 31 laps, but like I told you, going full out is 29, so he would have to save.
well, we will have to see if that will work out. As I'm still on board with Piper, but critically, the one of Monster has also been a DNF out of this race. So now there's 13 left in this race. Oh my goodness me. They're dropping like flies, BS. They're dropping like flies.
Good, I might go top 10.
As you say, already in the top 10 positions.
Am I though?
Yeah, are you though? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to look.
You are in P7 right now. Your teammate though, Jordan Jowger, right behind you, had a big moment coming off of turn 4. He was high, Tomboy was low. They both got loose at the same time, but thankfully got loose in opposite directions. So that was almost a moment. But Story Square having a big moment of himself, getting really tight off of 2 again. Turn 2 making making an appearance on how tight you can be. And now, as the laps are just ticking on down, it's coming down to pit stops. So, like, I know we kind of talked about it a little bit before with Cade, but I mean, do you split the stage in half, BS? Do you go as long as possible?
Mm, maybe. I don't know.
Good
I
talk.
haven't
I
thought
mean,
about it
maybe to
yet.
what? In reference to
I
what?
mean, you might cut in half. You might go as long as you can. I'm thinking about going as long as I can right here.
Well, I know from my experience racing at Texas, by going as long as I can results in losing time on the short run. But again, no crap private patent. That happens regardless of what track you go. But while I say that Texas is a tire wear track, um, kind of like Darlington, there is not a whole lot of laps that. Ooh, as Bassbuck gets into Xander right there, will that be a caution?
None yet.
No caution so far. No caution for that. And that takes the 43 of Bassbuck and the 4 of Xander out of contention for this stage victory. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow, but that's just turn
safety car.
4. That's just Texas turn 4. No fault of their own. Just getting on the throttle far too wide, and then all of a sudden, wham, bam, you're into the fence, and then down into pit road, much like the 4-3 was right there. So, to finish my statement, though, I would have to say that pitting early is probably better because the amount of fast laps that you're putting down equals out a lot faster than a track like like Iowa would, using that as an example. Bristol, by pitting later, the amount of time that you run fast laps is only about 4 or 5 laps until you start losing a tenth here, and then a tenth here, and then 2 tenths there, and then suddenly you're a second off your fastest lap. So I would honestly, the sooner you come on down, that's my vote. But again, you don't want to get plowed from behind. Texas pit road, I'm so glad I'm not on track. I suck getting on pit road. Is one that scares me. So we'll have to see who follows in that line right here. What lap are we on, BS?
We're coming to 22 to go in the stage.
Oh, you didn't need to tell me the 22 to go. I just need to know what lap it was. Oh, but thank you though. Coming to 22 to go. And essentially that is halfway through this stage. So, I mean, I guess we're going to be seeing some pit stops here soon. I would assume at least. I thought maybe Cyber was going to be coming on down, but I guess not. We'll have to see from all of these guys, the 17 and the 88 side by side right here. That's really the only battle out on track right now. But yeah, these guys are definitely trying to schmoove and groove right now. And the 88 is going to come on down pit lane, so he will be the first one to pull the trigger. Coming down very early as the 77 maybe was making a stop, but missed pit road possibly, or maybe he just got loose. I couldn't quite tell. The 21 already making his stop. He is basically good to go. There is the 3 out of this race. No one, I didn't see anyone signal. No one stopping from the top 3. How about behind? The 20 and the 47 both coming down at the same time. Did you speed there?
No clue. I was about to wreck though, so hopefully not.
That's what I'm saying. It's so hard getting on pit lane. Like you see Bass. Did Bass just miss pit road? No, he didn't. Okay. That was just the AI taking over.
That
again,
would be a Bass thing to do, to be honest.
That would be a Bass thing to do.
And apparently I did, even though I felt like I was going like 20, but whatever.
Well, I mean, it's just a mass entry on a pit road. Everyone is on pit lane right now. Only one person is not, and that's the, Tomboy, who stopped 1 lap earlier. So we're going to see the difference between short pitting and not. So Tomboy was the first one to come down pit lane. Be Right, who was battling in the top 5, Tomboy was battling for the top 10, and now suddenly Tomboy jumps almost 5 positions. The 47 is now behind him. And that could just be how he entered pit lane. That could be how aggressive he was coming out of the pits. But here's the real test. Everyone coming off of pit lane right now. There goes the 17. And the 24 will be coming on through. And there we go. Now P4 in the running. Oh, what? Oh, okay, my God. I thought Hunty lagged on out. No, he was the last of the stoppers, so now the green flag cycle is going to be complete. There's Xander, unless he's sped. Did he speed? There goes the 3, and the 4 already came on out. Who's the leader right now, VS?
The 3.
Okay, Xander is about to go a lap down. Can Cyber catch the 4 and put one of his greatest competition a lap down? That will be crucial for his race, I will say. But in regards to Tomboy, by pitting early, he was the first one to come on down pit lane. He jumped all of these guys. Well, okay, well, never mind. He spins and loses 2 positions, but he was in P4. He was in P4. So I don't know what happened to Tomboy, but there we go. Yeah, exactly, love face XYZ. Yeah, that's what I say. Thirsty emoji, green checkmark emoji, love face heart. Same. 20. The 21 exiting pit lane, so yes, he was not able to make it. Super unfortunate for the 21, but his race continues and he's collecting points. That's really all that matters in the grand scheme of things.
That's for sure the most important thing for him right now. He's just trying to do damage control.
And the greatest thing here, so let's actually consult the point standings as we let's actually go on board with our leader here for with our leader here for a second. Give me 1 second. There he is. So, as we look at the points, I've been saying that how he's the final position in the playoffs currently as we speak, by 1 point. Jagger was actually 1 point out, and he's not here. Where is he at? I don't know. Probably at home. BS, you were actually the next one behind him at 9 points. So, well, Kate's misfortune is your game. And this is only stage 2. Who knows where the final result's going to be? but behind him was Piper, and he was actually the closest one behind everyone right there, and 29 back, or sorry, 34 back. Cyber behind him with 36. But if the race finishes now, Cyber will be the winner. He is looking for his first win in Challenger. Period. Period. He is looking for his first race win in this series, and a race win will equal a ticket to the playoffs. This incredibly tight playoffs. Now, inverse of this, a monster who unfortunately lagged on out of this race, or had some kind of engine failure, was 5 points into the playoffs. He's not having a good night. Nathan got suspended. He's not even in this race. That is 1, 2, 3 guys currently in the top 8 that are having bad days. And everyone behind can gain points. Crucial points for these guys. So we'll have to see how that's going to roll, like I said. But this is only Stage 2. And we should be coming to a close here in Stage 2 here. BS?
11, go.
Thank you. So we're about to see how 11 to go, coming to 10 to go this time. BS, what position are you in right now? Let's actually go on board with you for a hot second.
11th.
There you are. An 11th with Bass just in front of you.
Yes.
All right, so looks like Bass. I think Xander did indeed speed, because that is why that's what put him right behind, or right in front of the leader, and Bass is so far ahead. We'll have to see if that was the case. But looks like Keith is P9. Good stage points for him. Bass getting those stage points as well. Again, not a pretty stage for him, but currently Bassbuck is in the playoff leaderboard by 6, entering this race, of course. Of course, the points are going to shift as the run goes on, but crucial nonetheless. Yeah, the 20 of VS here, looking to get at least 1 point, as potentially you could be into the playoffs after this race. Wouldn't that just tickle your pickle?
What's the next race after this one?
What's the next race after this one?
Yeah.
So, funny you should mention that, because we are actually going to, where is it? Schedule, there it is. After Texas, next week for the first race in March, Kansas. Now, Kansas is one of those tracks that is highline dependent. The exact inverse of Texas, which is low line dependent. Kansas is it's going to be a fun race, because I love Kansas. A lot of these guys love Kansas. People don't like Kansas because it is a draft track. Hands down a draft track. But it is a fun draft track. IMO. But as we are looking forward ahead, that is what we have on docket. Now, of course, like I said, Cup race this Saturday is Martinsville. Xander's won there before. Like I said, UK just won a race there, so he's going to be a contender. We also have the Sportsman Series going into their 5th race of the season at Richmond this coming Monday. And who can't forget MRL F1 Sundays, which we are going to Great Britain. God save the Queen. Battle for the lead is heating up, though. Hunty has been slowly catching the draft of Cyber. Now, I don't know if Cyber has been kind of saving, but like I said, that's what I'm talking about. Even though Cyber pit only a lap before, he was not able to really put a gap on the 42. The 42 basically was just in front of UK, and UK himself is still within spin distance. If those two battle, the 3 and the 42, the 8 is now going to be in potential stage win victory territory here. So the 3 has it, the 42 wants it, and he is all on that draft. The 77 must have got loose, and now he's going to be a lap down. BS, could you enlighten us on what happened there?
I have no idea. I was right behind me coming off turn 4. Now looks
And
behind
now
me.
he's
I
not.
can't see it, and he's gone.
He was right behind, and now he's not.
Yep.
What we have here, and that's like the story of every childhood player. Like, yeah, oh, yeah, he was right behind me, and now he's not. Asking me where all of my friends went. The 3 is now under fire from the 42. It was giving the bottom lane to the 42. Look at this camera shot that we have. The 42 is there. He's still on the quarter panel, but the 3 actually has a little bit of high side momentum going off of 2. Entering turn 3 now. The 3 dives it on down. The 42 does the slow in, fast out approach. He's going to gain that draft. What can he do going into 1? Will he make the move? Going into turn 1, he's setting him up. He's looking high. He's going to run with him right now. Going to arc it on in as he lags a little bit right there, but thankfully no one was behind in order to really catch the 42's wrath. Hunty do be wildin' sometimes. The 42 is really arcing it in there. A little bit of bumper to the back of the 3, and a bump and run maybe to the stage win. And the 42 will be side by side coming to the line. That was the last lap right there. Did the 42 get it? I think it was Cyber maybe that got it. What a move. Now we can understand why the bumper was put back to the 3 right there. BS, please give me stage picks, please, whenever you cross the line.
Alright.
Thank you. Hunty saying in Discord right now, shove didn't work, so we do have confirmation that Cyber won that stage. Wow. Imagine that was for the victory. I don't even want to know how close that margin of victory was. So, who got the lucky dog there, BS?
Give me 1 second. Keith.
Keith, and he is in P12?
Yeah.
So that means Xander got put to P11, so right here, we're on board with him. So here is P11. Cade, unfortunately, being the only one a lap down, or maybe 2 down at this point, but he still, though, is in the race. Yeah, so that's really all that matters, and as long as he's collecting points, that's really all he cares about. Oh my goodness, the mad dash to the bottom is insane. The 17 of Packers and the 20 of BS, the only ones still down low. Story score being put to the outside, not really a position that he wants to be in. We're on board with Xander as he is trying to make his way through the field again, but kind of being blocked a little bit by the 43. Nowhere really to go. The 23 is going to go to the high side. It's only lap 1 of this stage. No one getting loose quite yet. But again, nowhere to go unless he wants to go 3 wide, which I don't think he wants to do. Lap 2 into stage 3. Oh, a little bit of wall touch right there. Looks like the 24 got into the wall a little bit, and that's going to open up the door for the 17 to go back low. The 24 is up high. Now, that's not going to be good news for you, BS, because that is actually your teammate.
Yeah, he's been fighting up there, and I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Oh, he hits the wall again. And there he goes.
He'll just fall back on. Oh boy.
So, yeah, you can see that he's fighting a very tight race car. But you know what? That shows that he has a good long run car. Jordan Jauja, last season's playoff contender, was fighting for a championship. Unfortunately, could not get it done at Mid-Ohio. But you know what? C'est la vie. It happens sometimes.
I'm pretty sure it's Dover where he got knocked out.
It was what?
It was Dover where he got knocked out because he made it after Mid-Ohio.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Gio and Monster that I was thinking of. But yeah, it was Dover. He was in the round of 6. For some reason, I was thinking that Mid Ohio was the Round of 6 track, and it is for this, or sorry, our road course is for this season. The 3 of Cyber goes spinning! Oh my goodness, what the heck happened there? Oh my goodness, is that going to be a caution?
Yep.
And we have a caution. What happened there? Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah. I guess lag warning for Hunty is what everyone's saying.
Yeah, I've just riding through that and I see the C's part before me.
How many laps to go? Of course, I'm sure we'll well beyond
53.
Yeah, there's no way. But yeah, this is very interesting though. So Hunty is the leader. He is on 1 lag warning now. Cyber is going to have to come from the back of the pack. He is in P10 right now. And that puts Cade back in the lead lap. So hey, look at that, you know? Sometimes it just works out like that. But oh my goodness, what a change of events for these guys right now. Oh, a little bit of contact between there. UK going up the field. Storisco is going to put it 3 wide. Brandon's going to go down low. It's going to be 3 wide coming off of turn 2. Still 3 wide right now. UK is going to try to thread the needle. He thinks better of it. He goes down low. Brandon now going to be shoved up high. Storisco, I can tell, loosened it up the track. Xander's going to go 3 wide, and he's going to be hitting the bumper, and that's going to open the door for Jordan Jauja. Starting on the top is not a fun place to be. You can see right now that everyone is trying to force their way down low, and Xander just cannot find it. But pivotally, though, the 3 of Cyber was able to make his way down low, as he is now neck and neck with his competitor. 20 BS is now looking down low. I keep saying that like I own that term. But right now, that is crucially what we are looking at right now. It is just trying to go and get to the bottom lane as quickly as possible. BS, did you hit the apron there?
No, the entire field searched for me. That was kind of strange.
Oh, well, have you tried not doing that?
Yeah, it worked pretty well when I didn't do that. I don't know why I tried
that. Okay, well, you know, sometimes it be like that. Ooh, the 21 getting outrageously loose and smacking the outside wall. But again, now losing contact with that lead pack. So that's really all that matters here. So the 42 of Hunty now in P1. Storiscore P2. UK still in P3. Jordan Jauja made his way up into P4 somehow. Brandon P5. Xander P6. Cyber P7. Baswak P8. BS your P9. And Packers rounding out the top 10 with Tomboy being P11. Behind him, we have Keith, P12, and then the last of our runners is Cade in P13. And then we go into our DNS for this race, which is in this order: Monster, and then we have Loho, and Pied Piper being the starting park. Hunty must have gotten loose or hit the apron. He is now out of the way. Story Square looking to go outside. Now we're going to be 3 wide. Xander going to be forcing that issue, and that is going to put B right into the wall. Oh my goodness.
Caution.
And that is a caution.
45 to go.
Again, still not in that
restart.
Still not in that realm yet, but we are getting close. It is now coming down to the nitty-gritty. Oh my goodness me. Story Square though, what a turn of events for Story Square. He's looking for his first ever MRL win. He has not won in any series in any division as of yet. He's come close. Second, 2 different times. He's been on the podium before, 4 different times. And he's still looking for win number 1. Meanwhile, you have UK, who's on a 3-win streak. On his outside, who will come out on top here? We are restarting here with 42 laps to go?
45.
45
That's what I
laps
was
ago.
telling you. Yeah,
Okay, so you were
I was telling
already
you.
okay. You were already doing it in with
Yeah.
caution laps. Okay, my bad. So with that, yeah, Story Square looking for that move, and what a block! I can easily understand why he was blocking right there. He is going for his first ever win. UK going to try to put the high and mighty line to the outside, going to try to get that done, but this is not Kansas. Texas does not work like that. Maybe Old Texas, that would work, but we are not at Old Texas. We're in the shitty Texas. So we are not seeing a whole lot of high side moves coming into play here. Story, though, is going to be looking to that bottom lane and blocking for that lead. UK, though, again, gonna try to go on the outside. All he needs to do is at least get to the door of Story Square, but that bottom lane has so much momentum, so much draft. What can the outside do, if anything? Maybe a little bit of a checkup. Maybe that right there. Looks like the 23 threw it on down a little bit too much. And UK, with a little bit of help from his teammate in Hunty, maybe even Xander deciding to throw a 3 wide can actually help clear the 8 here. I don't know about you, BS, but I'm glad that I'm not on track right now because this is a little bit intense for me. Look at this. Hunty scrapes the wall there, trying to arc it into turn 1. We were 2 by 2 by 2. Hunty's still lagging. No contact though, so we'll have to see how that's going to roll. UK clear Story Square. Will you come on down, or will you give Xander some draft? He will give Xander some draft, and that's going to clear Xander, maybe. Nope, Story Square still down low. And with that, 42 of Hunty gets Omega loose. Oh my goodness. 3 wide in the trial. Well, Cyber's back. He is trying to get back into P3, saying, you know what, this win is still mine. And with that, it is Mo Power 1-3-5 as we are running. Make that 1-4-5. Make that 1-4-6. So, Mo Power, though, having a good run. Either way, we strike this record. Cyber, though, looking to try to get past Story Square quick, fast, and in a hurry. But Story Square, of course, racing for his own position here, is going to try to make it as difficult as possible. But this could be an opportunity here for Cyber. He saw the Story Square get really tight off the corner. If he could kind of do a slow and fast out approach, but I don't think it's going to come this time. 42 punch, he gets thrown to the outside. BS, you're going to be at the mercy of him. Don't get loose. Oh, he did get a little bit loose, but not enough to make contact. Jeez, oh, peace.
I was ready to turn my analog stick to the right there.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? The one that steers?
Oh, okay, so your left one. I don't know, like, I was maybe like thinking about like you're trying to look to the outside and put your right analog stick. I don't know. I'm just banter, man. Just banter.
Okay.
All right. Anywho, so back to it. So Story Square holds on to P3. Cyber now still in P4. Bassbuck now moved up to P5. BS now P6. And Hunty going from P4 all the way down to P8. So that is, or sorry, P5 all the way down to P8. I apologize. Tomboy holds P9. Brandon, who got wrecked, drove all the way to P10 as a move for the lead goes into effect now. It is UK to the top side. Story Square thought about making it 3 wide, but gets choked up at the last possible second. And UK now going to try to hold his own on the top side. Cyber is going to try to make it 3 wide, but Bat's going to take the top side and get 2 for the price of 1. He will clear Story Square. And now Cyber's just like, all right, Story Square, it's not working anymore. It's not me, it's you. And saying, going to be trying to put the chrome horn, saying that, you know what? I just saw Bass go on the outside for 2 spots. Something's not working here. And this could be opportunity. He needs to gas it up right now. He's going to go down low, but he hits the apron. Oh my goodness, that's going to check up the entire bottom line. And just like that, now Packers is into it. Look at Packers go. He thought about putting it below UBS, but he thought better of it.
Yeah, I thought about blocking it too.
So, um, we are now coming into the 30s laps to go. What lap is it?
133 of 167.
So, basically, what I'm hearing is we are within the range that should a caution come on out, it's game on. So these guys are looking to run it out as quickly as possible because you do not want to lose a lap. This is stage 3 here. Any lap lost is basically gone forever. You are looking to really maximize the most of your run. What can these guys do? Story Square again, holding his own on the bottom, but it's really choking up Bass and Cyber, who I feel like have better cars. But UK going through the grass, and that will open up the door for everyone on the top side. He loses 1, 2, 5 spots in the span of one corner. But it's a good thing that he already has well, 2 wins actually already in the book, so it's not like he is hurting for those points. So what that actually opened up the door is for the Forest Xander to really be all by himself. The 43 of Bass is now going to be behind, putting the move to the 23 of Story Square, saying that, you know what, it's time to go. And so the 43 goes right there. I don't know if he will give draft to the 3, but now it is... Oh, the 23 actually hits the wall a little bit, so now that will be the 3 spot. Now the 17 of Packers up in the P4. Look at Packers go. 3 wide. I saw a little bit there for a hot second. Hunty being in the middle of that 3. So now it's Bass versus Cyber for P2. But I think right now Cyber is just like, okay, let's go catch the 4 Xander. Just kind of work together. It is, what, 4v1? They have to be able to catch, at least in my mind's eye. Let's take a break from that front pack and check on with the second pack. So this is for P9. B. Right Brandon moves up into P9 right there. Jordan Jaja moves to P10, but Tomboy now looking down low gets a little bit of a sniff of a draft from the 47. That's going to be P10 himself. Jordan Jaja moving up into the top 10 positions. P11 belongs to Jordan Jaja now, and Keith P12, but he's still hanging on. He still has a little bit of a run now. Cade, I think, has parked it for the night. He's not literally on pit road, but he is in the middle of turns 1 and 2. He's going to have a wonderful shot as we see the 4 car go on by the 43, the 3, and the rest of the field. So there he is. There is our DNS for the night. Actually, all in a row. Weird how that works on out. So here is our 15th, or sorry, our 13th, 14th, and 15th place starter. And there we are, yeah. So BS is actually slowly gaining on the 4 of Xander. But crucially, BS, could you enlighten us on how many laps to go on fuel you have?
14.
And like I said, I think you actually want to cut this stage in half. Was that you signaling right there?
Maybe.
Spicy. So we're going to have to see. Yep, that is the 20 car coming on down pit lane. Now, I wonder if that's going to open up the floodgates for the rest of these guys here. That may... I don't know if anyone's looking in their rear view mirror is what I'm trying to say. Because the best part of...
Nah, they don't need to look back there.
No, what?
They
No,
don't need to look back there.
But what I'm getting at, though, what I'm getting at is people that are in the back of a given pack have the best opportunity to gain some time. Because right now, I'm not seeing anyone apart from Tomboy. I think he actually sped going in pit lane. Tomboy was the only one to actually notice something awry and actually pit because of it. So I think the 8 is trying to signal to go on pit road. But no, actually, no, he just got loose. So he is now down into P8 right now. So now this is actually going to be crucial for your race, BS, to gain as much time, hit those marks, and see what everyone can do, because everyone's still going to be out on track. Now, the only key here is when these guys pit, they're taking 4 tires, of course, but they will take less fuel. So that is going to be a big factor, but I think it will be a somewhat of a non-factor, if you know what I mean. Because I feel like as long as you hit those marks, I think you'll be fine. Because Warren tires speak wonders. As the 88, we do indeed have confirmation he did speed. Super unfortunate for the 88 of Tomboy. His race is essentially done.
Yeah, I just wanted to get off.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just wanted to get off strategy with the leaders and see what I could do.
And honestly, that's probably where the best of the driver-centric tracks come from, is because, think of it like this. If you just end up following the leader's strategy, you're not going to gain anything. You're just going to follow the leaders. So right now, the 43, the 3, the 17, the 23, and the 42 are all following the leaders. Now, one thing I'm noticing is a lack of an 8 car on the back of this train. Nope, there he is. Okay, never mind. He just lost the draft, so never mind. Now, the biggest thing that's also going to be a factor for UBS is if a caution comes out. That is a big danger to pitting early.
That's just an L if that happens.
That is just an L. That is just an L. But sometimes you have to take those L's.
Word of the day, yeah. Yeah, I took a risk. I have nothing to lose here. This isn't my try-hard day anyway, so why not go for something? See what happens.
Yeah. But as I'm seeing, Cyber's saying, you know what, Bass, you're not going fast enough. P2 is going to change hands here. Cyber essentially saying, you know what, I can go faster. Let's see if I can try leading in order to catch some ground. But none of these leaders have yet to come on down pit lane. So essentially, what I'm gathering is they're all going to be coming down at the same time. And that could be one of two things. One, someone's going to get a speeding penalty. Or two, the race is going to be won by how aggressive you can get on pit road without speeding and without wrecking.
77 in.
Keith coming on down pit lane. So people are starting to trickle on down, but again, I'm not seeing anyone signal to come on down pit lane. UK's in the driver's seat right now. I feel like he should be the one to, since he already lost a draft, say, hey, you know what? I gotta make something happen. Something has to change. And if I'm one of these leaders, I would try to get it all, at least get something accomplished here, so I can try to have some kind of shot at the leader. The 47 is down on pit lane right now. But again, no one's the leaders.
These guys are going to try 2 tires.
Oh, there's no way. You lose too much time.
I didn't test that. I was thinking about it.
I feel like... I feel like that has to... The 4 is going to come on down. The 43 is going to come on down. The floodgates are open. The floodgates are open. Now, Cyber is going to have to give way for the 4. We're going to be seeing from the 4's perspective and the 23. What is going to happen here? Did he speed? Did the 43 and he wrecks on pit road? Wow! That's exactly what I was talking about, BS. Execution, execution, execution. Texas pit lane is deadly. It's not just me that sucks getting on the pit road here. And also, did they speed? That is going to be crucial. The 42 definitely didn't speed there. He was way too slow there. Oh my goodness me. That could have been a huge turn of events for these guys. Story Square coming out, the 4 coming out. I don't think they sped, but the 4, I think the 43 sped. Yep, Bassbuck did indeed. Oh, wow. So that changes everything. BS, this may come into your hands here soon. We'll have to see where you cycle on out in terms of
Well, I
everyone else. I'm
cycled
trying
out
to find.
way in from the story square. So we'll see. There's
Yep,
Hunty.
and there's Hunty. So who is registered as the leader right now?
Cyber. He's on pit road.
Oh, he is on pit road. Yep, there he is. Packers must have followed him on pit road. Same thing with UK. So, of course, some kind of communication going on. So we'll have to see how this cycles on out because this could be the race right here. Cyber's out in a way. UK's out in a way. The 17 is too. There, you can see him right there. This will be a change for the lead. Story Square on fresh tires is closing the gap, but I mean that's to be expected though, honestly. Fresh tires versus old. How many laps to go, BS? I don't want to inconvenience you too much, but just at the line so I can kind of gauge.
14 to go.
14 to go. I will let you focus. So, 14 to go here in this race. A huge turn of events for the leaders. The Texas pit lane is deadly. I've been saying it. No one believed me. I am a person that I feel like I know what I'm talking about when I say that getting on the pit lane can make or break races. And we have seen the 4 of RS Meatwagon and the 43 both spin going onto pit lane. Oh my goodness, and that's what I was talking about. Execution has to be a thing here. Story Square is going to go for the lead, but again, that was to be expected. He took less fuel and he's also on 4 tires, but the 3 and the 42 is now going to be closing the gap. Well, this is the battle for the podium now. And Story Square is now within shot. Can Cyber break that winless streak? Oh, BS, I'm sorry. Break that winless streak and get it done. I'm sure Xander's driving angry right now, but I think he's going to run out of laps. He is far and away from the lead group here, especially in draft. UK making up a spot on Packers as I have been shifting up through the field. I do believe, and I do declare, that is for P8. So battle for the lead, though, is heating up. This is the top 3 as we speak. Story Square, I'm sure, is going to be blocking. This is his first win. But he has to give it up there. The Cyber has gotten down low. Hunty, much like in Stage 2, may have to put a little bit of a bumper to the back of the 3. And there we go. And the 23 moves from P1 to P3, but he's not out of it yet. As long as he just holds position and just stays in that draft, he should be fine. So BS, looks like you got moved down to P5. There's the 21, and kind of just shifting on through the rest of the field, trying to get to you. Now down to P5. Looks like your next card coming up is the 8 of UK. But we have a couple laps, and honestly, he may not even catch you by the time we close it on out. It's, what, 8 to go?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So it looks like it is going to come on down to the 3 and the 42 versus the 23. The 23 is starting to fall on off of the lead draft here. The 23 is starting to fall off of the lead draft. The 4 of Xander, despite the speed that he has shown in this run, I think it will be a little bit too little too late. The 3 is already putting the mad blocks on the 42, saying, well, think of it like this. Either of these guys went from outside of the playoff picture to possibly being in. Cyber, as of right now, is 13th in the standings. Hunty, 26th in the standings. a win for either of these guys is going to be huge. And right now, it's going to be one of these two, unless something crazy happens. Like, these guys go out and, like, spin, and then suddenly Story Square picks up his first MRL win. Imagine the scenes. The absolute scenes. How many laps to go at this time, BS?
This time it is 6 to go.
6 to go. So I was right on 8 laps to go. Hey, look at that. I can guess. So 6 laps to go. The 3 and the 42, with the 23 fast being catched by the 4. And again, the 3 is blocking right now. If I'm the 42, I would just let him have the bottom lane. What the heck? What just happened? Oh my goodness, what just happened? Oh wow! Did I just see that correctly? And a little bit of a lag surge from the 42. He gave it on up, and now we have an all-out brawl for the lead. What just happened? The 4 is going to try to go around the outside. It is coming to the final laps of this race. The 42 with the lag surge. The 3 being the upset. Trying to come from the back. The 42 gave up the spot in order to be playing fair. But now Xander, who was out of this race, is now going to be back in. The Story Square is going to have to block like his life depends on it. But he gives up the spot. That gives Xander the opportunity to pull on away. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Wow! Yeah, if I'm Cyber, I'm just saying, no, Story Square, get out of the way. I have a race to win. And suddenly, UK is in it. How many laps to go? Oh my goodness, is it 4 to go?
3 to go.
3 to go. Coming to 2 to go. Cyber trying with all of his might to try and get past the 23, but the 23 gets loose. And that's going to open up the door for the 8, who's going to just go down low, go through the grass, and move the 23. But, oh my goodness, they both collect, and that is going to open up the door for the 3. And suddenly, Xander is going to be the one with the upset. Oh my God. Everyone just stepping on each other's toes. And suddenly, what was the 4's race? Out of it, the 3's race to win. The white flag is out. Oh my goodness, I can't even wrap my head around what just happened. The 4 of Xander coming to the line. Come on, where are you? There you are. Coming out of turn 4, was out of it, but now back into it. He gets his second win of the season. What? Just happened? Literally, I have never seen more people step on each other's toes and gift a win to someone than I have just witnessed today. Wow. If I could have full results, please, that would be fantastic, BS.
Yep. Xander, Cyber, and the Power top 3.
I don't even know how that happened. Wow. Oh, fastest lap goes to Hunty, actually. Surprisingly, 29.3. We are going to back on out of that and get our um, top three into this. You said it was who again?
Xander, Cyber, and Mopao.
Wow. Okay. Yep. We're gonna get these guys up in here. Oh, that took the wind out of me. Uh, Cyber, Xander, and I have to go all the way down here. And we have Mopao. There we go. So um, as we wait for the full results to be sent, uh, oh, you okay? You haven't sent them yet. Okay, never mind. Um, oh, okay, never mind. Xander sent them. So we're going to be looking for. There we go. As we see through the full results right here. Xander, Cyber, Mopao, but we knew that already. Hunty, Story Square finishing the top five. Packers P6, BS P7, B-Red P8. Keith with a P9. Excellent job from him. Jordan Judge a P10. P11 belongs to Bassbuck. Tomboy P12. Cade finishing in 13th. And then we have our DNS for this race, which was Monster, Loho, and Piper in that order 14th, 15th, and 16th. All I can say is, wow, you can watch back the broadcast, that entire final, like, 5 laps. I just couldn't wrap my head around what was even going on. Um, I I'm going to start with UK here. UK, you did the you went and pit later than everyone else on that final stop. It seems like you were very up and down the stages, but we're gonna actually kind of skip the stage results and just go straight to how uh, you were able to bounce back after losing the draft and then somehow get a P3.
I, I still don't know how to do it. Uh,
So, well,
lag,
let's
lag, I guess.
let's start from the top there. You see the 3 and the 42 both check up. The 23 goes on by, the 4 goes on by, and then somehow you're in P5 saying, "Hey, I have a shot here." But it seems like everyone's just kind of stepping on each other's toes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought we was all gonna bottom up there.
Well, I mean, so that's like, so either way though, let's look at the grand scheme of things here. You have 2 wins yourself. You are not hurting for points, so a P3 is definitely a welcome result here. As you try to go for the regular season championship, your nearest competition in terms of points was actually Brandon, who finished in P8. So that only extends that gap a little bit. That has to be some form of motivation going into next week Kansas. Who, I mean, we both have raced there early on, and you know how to get it done in Kansas. So, what do you expect for next week?
Uh, a lot of wall riding.
Wow, a lot of wall riding. Well, I mean, I guess you're technically right there, but we
No,
have
I don't know what's to expect. Wall rides
well,
and slide jobs go wrong.
we'll have to see next week
But
then.
yeah,
Un-
tune in.
Unfortunately, your win streak has been broken. I'm sorry, but I guess 3 will have to be the number
I told
for
you it would
you.
have.
Well, it had to come to an end at some point, but you know, say la vie. But yeah, though, UK, excellent job, P3. I guess you yourself don't even know how you did it, so I guess we'll have to leave it at that. But
Just watch the replays, and that's how that's how it happened.
well, I guess yeah, literally. But Cyber, I can only imagine your teammate who finished P3. I mean, again, a good day all around for Mopawa. Unfortunately, again, coming up one spot short. It looks like you had the race won, but uh, Hunty lag kind of shoved you over the track. And now I understand he gave up the spot and slowed down to let you go past, but that opened up the door for the 23 and then the 4 to go on past. I take us through it from your eyes.
Pretty much what you said. Had the thing won. That's gonna hurt for quite some time. That should have been victory mine, like right there in my hands, and lag just took it from me. I don't know. My luck is just, it's like they don't even want me to win a race, to be honest. Like I've been close many times, and rather something out of my control happened. So yeah, appreciate the Mo Power Group. We had all good cars, all fast. I felt really good about today. Like I kind of knew this was gonna be probably the place that I could probably break through, but nope, God said no. So yeah, I'll just take B2, get it, put good points there. We're gonna eventually win one of these sooner or later.
Well, if there's any sort of consolation for this, you had a very solid points day. Now, I know going into this race, you didn't have a very good start, of course, lagging out of the first race at Daytona. And then unfortunately not being able to make it to the second race at Auto Club, but you've made last week and you made this week. Before this race, you made your way into P13 in the standings, but everyone in front of you, like Jagger didn't show up, Nathan was suspended, Cade, Monster, and Tomboy, basically literally everyone apart from UK in front of you in points either did not show up or you beat them. So this will, even without the win, if I'm counting my points correctly, will either put you one spot directly out of the playoffs or you're the first person in. That has to be some kind of motivation for any kind of consolation going into Kansas, right?
Yeah, that's some motivation to me. I mean, I'm still motivated out of that MRL Cup race the back, what, a few weeks ago, so, and I won't mention the track because I can already tell what track in mind I'm going to say, but I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, it just seems like ever since that race that I won't mention, it's really lit a fire in me where I really want to do a lot more up front mainly.
Well, I mean, it's super unfortunate, but it's just one of those things. I mean, you had the race won, but I guess it just wasn't your day. But at least Hunty gave up the spot in order to at least someone make amends. But either way, though, P2 is what you have. A very solid point stand nonetheless. But the person that did win, though, I have to go to Kevin Harvick for this. Um, Second race of the season in this Jimmy John's number 4 Ford. Xander, you spun going on the pit lane.
Yeah.
You didn't speed though, like Bass did,
Hmm.
but it seemed like you were down and out of it. I asked Sire from his perspective. You were fast in closing, but you were going to run out of laps. You may have been able to pass Story Square, but you were not going to win until the 42 lag. Take us from there.
Um, well, the four car was very fast. I'm happy to be back in the MRL, the best racing league ever. But it just all I remember is I spun it and I somehow didn't speed. I know that legit my speeding penalty in the second stage was like the exact same as that happened. So to get lucky to not speed was the first step. The second step, I had a really good exit off of pit road that allowed me to just kind of stay intact with Story Square. I know he was about 4 seconds in front. And from there, I was like, okay, well, if I'm not going to win, I might as well try and salvage as many points as possible. So I was able to get around BS, Greg Racing from UBS. And I was able to like get about a second back of Story Square with about 6 laps to go. I felt like I had a chance. And then all of a sudden, I just see the three car go up track and just chaos ensued. So I kind of just got my little pickings and was able to pull away with a race win somehow. Probably the luckiest win I've ever had in my life.
Well, I mean, sometimes, like, I mean, I've been in position for some of those lucky wins. Um, I mean, like it sometimes just lands in your lap like that, and of course, you have to feel for like Cyber and Hunty that, of course, Hunty was the one that did the lag, but he was also in contention. Should a lag not have been an issue, it was either going to be one of those two that was going to pull on out. So you have to feel for those that didn't win, but it has to feel at least some kind of good to be the winner though, because it does. No matter how we slice this pie here, Texas is a hard track, and yeah, spinning on pit road is not the hardest thing to do. I mean, like I've done it plenty of times. I suck going on the pit road. I straight up said going into this race that pit road will make or break someone's race, and it broke Bass's, and it almost broke yours. So I mean,
Yeah.
to come back from that is what I'm trying to say is something to behold.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
but your second win of the season, though, first coming at Auto Club. Um, this as long as you make the rest of the races essentially, and you make the minimum requirement in order to make it, you are in the playoffs right now. So moving forward to Kansas. Last time we were here at Kansas, it was a three wide at the line.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that's going to. Good talk. So we'll have to
Hey,
see.
someone's,
Yeah, right. But we'll have to see how that's going to roll there. But
I'm
with
looking
that,
forward to that race. I'm looking really forward to Kansas. Kansas is Kansas, and I don't know. I felt really good today. Even if I wasn't going to win the race, I felt as though I had one of the best cars in the field. Cyber had a great car. UK had a great car. Hunty had a great car. The usual guys. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get a win for GMI. I'm back with GMI again, so it feels great to get those guys a win again. Um, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to getting back to racing on Saturday too.
well, there we go.
And
With
my
that,
car was as fast 659. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Thank you, Patton, for this wonderful league, and thank you for giving me a second chance.
well, thank you. Yeah, with that, that is actually going to close on out for our MRL race week. We're going to be starting back fresh for another race week here on Saturday for Martinsville. Of course, we will have to see how it's going to roll here. We have a lot of strategy, a lot of practice being put into Martinsville amongst the entire field. And then we also have our Sunday, of course, MRL F1 going to Britain. Monday going to our Sportsman uh, next point race 5 of the season at Richmond, and then of course next Tuesday will bring us to Kansas. It's gonna be a fun time for everyone here. So with that, we're gonna close on now for the night. Have a good night.